Welcome back to the Fix It series, where I fix aspects of doors. I know Splash just fixed the second chase, but the problem is they made it way too easy. Before, there was a huge problem trying to see which way the guiding light was going. However, this is now very easy with the new guiding light, so let's fix it. The first 3 rooms will stay mostly the same, however in circular rooms the correct door can now also be straight. However, when you enter the tunnels, Queen Grumble will jump down behind you and start chasing you. The rooms will now look like this. These grey squares are barred tunnels you can see through. The layout has staggered junctions, with these dead ends, and multiple ways to get to the next room, of course, separated by a sewer bar door. Seek will now also trail much closer behind you, meaning all it takes is a few wrong moves for him to catch up to you. Grumble will go down a different tunnel as you, then you will feel the ground shake as he jumps trying to get ahead of you. Then he will jump out of the next junction forcing you to retreat and take another route. If this happens too many times, Seek will catch up to you. To avoid this, there will be a special technique, which Guiding Light will of course tell you. Basically, whenever you feel the rumble from Grumble trying to get ahead of you, you need to immediately go the other way. This is the reason the tunnels are staggered. One last thing, Guiding Light will not guide you with this part. Instead, the arrow signs will show you the way to go, with dead ends also being marked with signs. The justification for this will be that the Queen Grumble is very smart, and will figure out that Guiding Light is showing you where to go, thus will find you easier. Now this is the truly crazy part. After a few rooms of that, you will enter this large sewer tunnel. Once you get a bit far into it, an animation will start with Grumble breaking the rocks behind you, starting a tsunami. Then you will run for a board, just barely getting cut off by the wave. Then you will be riding the board on the water. There will be a short section showing the controls, with the turning following your mouse, you being able to paddle by clicking, and being about to duck with the crouch keys. The main idea behind this section is that the sewers haven't had water flowing through them for so long, so with the now huge and strong rush of water, everything will be falling apart and exploding. It will look something like this, however, with a ton of debris constantly hitting the walls and exploding, with some big explosions requiring you to duck to avoid them, otherwise damaging you and blurring your vision. The rooms will be quite normal with only a few small splits and merges. There will also be a thick layer of green fog from the sewage. The main things you will have to deal with will keep on happening throughout the tunnels. Firstly, parts of the walls can rip out, revealing Grumble. This can also reveal a small opening and a waterfall, killing you if you go down it. In both of them the water will pull you toward the tiers, requiring you to pedal away from them. Water can also start flooding down from above, making you go under the water, forcing you to constantly swim up to avoid drowning. This will go away after a while. Also in these splits, rocks can fall down on the path Guiding Light was initially showing you to go through, forcing you to quickly switch to the other path. This will not always happen, so you can't predict it. Also, sometimes the pipe will completely break and a segment will fall down a bit, with you falling down to the broken pipe, and being forced to paddle back up. These events will happen constantly, with some like avoiding the debris happening always, and others like the flood happening much less. Also, doors here will be huge with the water forcing them open before you reach them. If you fall too far behind, the sewage water will be changed into weak scoop, and Seek will then launch a Seek worm at you, killing you. And if you go too far ahead, you will start to reach the front of the wave, and if you keep going, you will fall on the ground with the wave then going over you, meaning you are now underwater. At the end of this you will reach this room. You have to go onto the platform or you will fall down the waterfall and die, with Seek going down here after you get out. One last thing, at graphics less than 5, all the decoration explosions will not appear. And that's my concept. If you liked it, why not like and subscribe, but only if you want, and hey, why not see this video next?